And a super good morning to each and every single one of you, and welcome to Tuesday. On my agenda, what's up for Tuesday? Well, getting to the end of a run. I really need to crank up the running because in 2 Sundays time, or is it 2 Saturdays? No, 2 Sundays time, I've got a running race that I've been entered into that starts and finishes in the town of Trevelez. Now, Trevelez is a town that is at, what's it, 1,412, so about 4,000 feet of altitude. And the race starts and finishes there, so which means that during the course of the race it will be going uphill to even higher altitude. So I really need to step up my running before we get there so that I can make the absolute best of that opportunity, because as the saying goes, we need to iron while the strike is hot. As you can see, stunningly blue sky day once again here in Spain, and I'm going to wrap up my run, grab some milk and orange juice that I need from the supermercado, and get stuck into content production, because I have to smash that out as well, because as you know, we are in the final week of September, the final week to be able to hit our Content Warrior goals, and let's do that together. Speak to you later when I'm back in office, showered and ready to go. Good evening to you. I hope this catches none of the little bit of wind that is blowing at the moment. Anyway, as you can see, this is not my office, and the time is 7:15 in the evening, which means that the sun is sitting just there behind me, so which is why I've got the camera off to the side, so that you don't just get a black blob of my silhouette. Anyway, I am up the mountain crunching along on a gravel track at the moment, because I threw in an extra trail run this evening for one very important reason. From just after 5 o'clock today was the first of our village's Spanish classes for the new academic year. The class in which we get to figure out whether our Spanish is basic, intermediate or advanced. My guess is that I'm in the intermediate category, but what I'll probably do for the first couple of lessons of the year, which start next week, is possibly attend a couple of the basics as well, just to refresh my memory, because truth be told, I haven't been to one of the town's official Spanish lessons since the beginning of COVID, because obviously during COVID everything Spanish lesson wise ground to a complete halt, and post-COVID there were all sorts of things like mask mandates for the classrooms and things, and the problem with me in learning Spanish is that I need to be able to, besides just hearing, I need to see the teacher's mouth moving, almost like lip reading, to be able to get the maximum benefit from my Spanish lessons. And with a big mask over his face, I couldn't see what his lips were doing, and therefore I couldn't quite grasp as much of the lessons. Anyway, oh yes, we're back into the wind at the moment. Anyway, I'm here at the cemetery on this side, Silver Wall mass grave on that side, completely unmarked, for reasons that I won't get into right now, because they are of a legal nature. Anyway, I'm heading down the track past the cemetery, still on gravel, but by the time I get to the cemetery, or to the main gate of the cemetery down there, I'll be on a paved road, and then I'll probably put the camera away and hot-foot it back down the hill. Anyway, I've gotten a reasonable amount of work done in the office already so far. The one of the 3 posts has actually got about 15 affiliate links, and I've done 10 of those so far, so I'll wrap up the other 5, and then all the affiliate links will be done, and then I just need to slot in the pictures, which in the case of all 3 posts, the pictures will include at least 50% of those pictures will be infographic type pictures, which just give the post that extra little bit of edge. But you all know that by now already. Anyway, I'm back down onto paved road. Let me put the camera away and start running, because I need to get back down to office, wrap up those posts before it gets too late. As I said, it's 7:20 at the moment, before it gets too late, so that I can get to bed early enough to get up early enough to get some more training in. Anyway, as far as Campo said, I need to be getting to the office, and if I need to go anywhere, I'll be running. Speak to you later. As a brief interlude before I get to the wrapping up of my day today, here's a little video clip of some running along a road in South Africa. But what makes this so important is this video was shot I think yesterday morning, and it is along a road that I used to train on my road bike often. It's I think about a 2.5 mile long hill that made up a series of 3 hills that I used to ride 3 or 4 days a week when I was a junior competitive cyclist. And it's an area where, according to the landscape, there's no matter how bad a storm is, there's very seldom a lot of rain on that road, because what happens is, if the road's here, the mountain goes up and the watershed is off to the other side of the mountain. So when there's a big rainstorm, most of the water goes to the other side of the mountain, not to the side of the mountain where the road is. So as you look at this video, if there's this amount of water on the side of the watershed that gets the least amount of water, how much water was going down the other side of the watershed? But anyway, enjoy this little snippet of video, then I'll be back to conclude the day's writing results and the look ahead to tomorrow.
What even is that? Yeah, I don't think anyone's coming up here on a gravel bike.
I have a confession to make. I didn't get stuck back into the content creation when I got back from my trail run up the mountain. I had myself a shower, poured myself a glass of orange juice, watched some YouTube videos, and headed to bed. So my word count total for the day has stayed on 229 words and not budged beyond that after the end of Spanish class and the run up the mountain. But we all need to take a little bit of downtime at some stage, so that's the excuse that I'm giving myself for just pouring a glass of orange juice and watching some YouTube videos. But now, let me head to bed so that I can be up and going and make Wednesday as good of a day as I possibly can, and I sincerely hope that each and every single one of you do exactly the same thing. And maybe tomorrow, Wednesday, we'll have some new writer insights that can make all of our blogging lives just that little bit easier. Speak to you then. Good night.